Let's take a look at this. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so Titans are playing Reaper Genji. They're playing dive tanks, so Fisher and Janu on the Winston and the D.Va respectively. Then they've got Rouge Hong in instead of Twilight playing the Ana, and Slime playing the Lucio. On the side of Gladiators for the defense, they're back to playing their double shield setup, so they've got the Reinhardt and the Orisa. And then they've got Lucio Baptiste, which is the same thing that they did on Nepal Sanctum, or Shrine, rather. And then they also have Jaru and Birdring on the Mei and the Reaper. So that's going to be a pretty, a composition that I'm going to assume is based off of holding this just main choke, holding it really close. And then it looks like Big Goose is more or less kind of trying to protect this window, right? So Big Goose is hanging out up here. If anybody tries to come in through this window, like a D.Va, can try and boop them back or boop them in. Either way, but D.Va being on a 3-second booster now, that's not really expected to get that much value, especially without somebody to really hard contest them. You know, the Mei and the Baptiste can try and poke at them, but there's probably better things for them to be doing. Okay, so D.Va's actually going in.
I am ready.
Okay, so they all decide to come in. Did they all come in through the window? That is not an easy jump for Winston to make if they did.
Attackers online. Defend objective A.
How did Winston do this jump? I have never seen that jump before. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, then.
Attackers online. Defend objective A.
Yeah, I have never seen that jump before.
Boosters engage.
Yoink. Okay. So he jumps through this little tiny crack, which I did not know that was a traversable gap in this wall. That is interesting. Slime is going there as well. So the four of them decide to open this up. Now, how does this change things, really? So the Reaper is here still. Where are you going? It's going to matter a lot where you're going. So he just waits for this kind of to open up so that he can move in on the flank. All right, so now we're going to look at it from this perspective from the attacker. And the Ana's still going to play main. Okay. Is Ana still going to play? Yeah, Ana looks like she's still playing main, so she has this angle right to the far back side of point. But this really isn't going to open things up too much. They're still going to lose in close quarters here. They are getting their Reaper in position to be behind them when they dive, because there's always going to be kind of like this, excuse me, the term is kind of like a catcher, where when you dive, you have somebody behind the team ready to catch the retreating individuals. So usually it's like a Tracer or a Sombra. You see this on Nimbani a lot with the dives onto the high ground, but that kind of looks like what Reaper's going to be doing. You can't get too far behind them without getting spouted, so they might just have Reaper kind of come out this door right as they're about to dive in this location, and this location here could be the kill box, but we'll have to see. So they're coming around this side here on the high ground. Could be using it to just drop down on a target, but let's see how this plays out. Okay, so they're going forward. Still looking for a target. They see Big Goose. They see Shaz. Birdring and Jaro sees them as well. Oxel just doing backflips.
Routing power to forward shields.
Okay. Big Goose boops Fissure away. That's actually a really good boop. Make sure he can't drop on all of them. Has to bubble a little bit farther back. Jaro's going to have to ice block. Now they have an additional dive target because ice block is down. And the pull is going to make Fissure be in big trouble here. Is he going to survive it? He is, and now Ana's going to be able to heal him up. So they are going on to Shaz, but the immortality field is down. Sumin Su is going to drop and kill that. Shaz is going to have his regen field active still, as well as Big Goose to heal him up. But Sumin still kills him. Trades for Janu, though. So Fissure is super low. Janu is demeched. How is the healing going on Fissure? Never mind, Birdring chased and got the kill. So Rouge Hong is gotten onto the high ground and wasn't really able to be super effective this fight, so they traded both tanks for an immortality field and the Baptiste that used it. Slime's in trouble. Halt is being really well used here. Axel trying to reflect it, but Cloudy manages to land the shot through him anyway. And right as the reflect ends, Birdring is going to come out of Wraith. Axel goes to the high ground. Sumin Su's up there. Somebody's on the point. Was it Rouge Hong trying to... just touches it to try and pressure them. Right? So Haxel and Sumin Su still not really touchable here. Yeah. Rouge Hong is on the point right now trying to pressure them out of that little cubby, or at least get a little bit of progress if nothing else happens. But they've really only lost their Baptiste. So they still have their Lucio, whereas the Titans still have Rouge Hong on the Ana. Dropping down. So a lot of HP that Lucio's definitely going to get his ult charge pretty fast. But yeah, they're going to have to play pretty safe here. There's a lot of damage, you can see. Trying to get the pull. So Janu actually didn't die in mini form. So he's still got mini D.Va. Oh, sleep coming out. That's probably going to hit Cloudy. Yes. Space should have the pull here pretty soon. Oh, 6 seconds. Okay, never mind. So those targets might escape here. Big Goose is going to chase. Ooh, gets back in mech. That's an unfortunate happenstance. Good hits on Rujehong. He's going to have to back off here. Cloudy drops. I think Titans got this just off of that Baptiste dive. Didn't really need anything else. Shaz has returned, though. Wow. As soon as I said that, I jinxed it. So, Shaz's return. Yep. There we go. Coming in. Shaz, the hero, returns just in the nick of time.
My ultimate's almost ready.
Okay. Well, I thought they had it. Space also did finish off Rujehong. Somehow, I want to actually take a quick look at that. This is where he goes forward, and then Cloudy dies. He goes back, and then he turns around and gets jammed. Oh! Okay. I would have expected Jaehong to come back that same direction, but no, he went out and Space saw him and caught him that way. Good play from Space. Okay. Keep going. So next one. Now that they've kind of showed their hand, how is this next fight going to play out? Genji's trying to get in, getting chased by Space. They're all trying to finish him off. They do get him. So Haxel tried to kind of force the issue there. Barrier does come... Wait. What? What happened here? Okay, so Genji's trying to escape, but they're not going to let this happen. Big Goose is on the case. Okay, so they find him. They're freezing him. They take him out here.
Time to read my APM.
Now, what's going on here now? Okay, so they're chasing down the three of them. Space is in trouble here. Lucio drops a beat here. Oh, for some reason those health bars didn't show up when I was in the other spectate mode. Okay. That makes way more sense, though. It was a bug. I was kind of like, who the heck got the beat? Okay, so that makes way more sense. So they're dropping the beat. And they clean up slime. So yeah, Vancouver Titans on this fight just tried to force the issue way too quickly and got punished for it because Gladiators were not going to let them have that free space for free. They weren't just going to let them take ground like that. Okay. Are they going to play any different, kind of knowing that they're playing dive and that they're going to be trying to take that area? It looks like BAP is trying to get onto the high ground there. Successfully, Orissa's playing on the high ground just to make sure that they don't have that window for free as well. They're playing way more spread out. Reaper's way more on the back line.
Cease your resistance.
Okay, so what's happening here? So Space has dropped the supercharger onto the high ground. I like Cloudy. He just charges everywhere. He's like, screw walking. I'm going to charge. Jar and Birding on the point. They both have the supercharger as well. The pull is out, which is going to mess up Fissure and Janu. There's the pull. Doesn't catch Fissure. Does catch Haxel. So Fissure is up there to try and deal with the supercharger. And here comes the blade. The nano blade is out. Okay. Haxel is this one. So this is a one-shot onto Shaz and Big Goose if he lands it. Bye-bye immortality. Cannot survive a slash from Nanoblade.
I've reached the objective. Let's coordinate our efforts. Done, son. Nice little play from Haxel. Let's watch that blade again. $180 for no good reason.
guess it was more along the lines of a 360, but still, just taking appraisal of the field before murdering everyone. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, not much you can do there. They used the beat last one. Immortality Field is not going to be enough to keep you alive against Dragon Blade.